Sounds and Sights TV.
Yeah! What up, everybody? Welcome to the Sounds and Sights show with your host, Nick Saenz. Today is a very special day because we're going to be doing Chain Day, which is basically, I want to show you one of my chains that I've been working on recently that I thought was pretty cool. This one specifically is around taking a background vocal and really using it to add some space. You can literally just kind of create a very scratch vocal and create some cool space. So let's get into it. So this is a little demo that I've been working on. Let's take a little listen.
Maybe I can't make it through the day without a little faith, and how much I can take.
Really interesting. It was creating the space here. Is this like spacey ad-lib chain? So same recorded, same mic chain, same everything. So what we're doing here is basically heavy auto-tune. So there's going to be no, for delays and stuff that's in the background, when there's any reverb applied to it, you can really tell the tune. So honestly, even I don't think I'd ever have a delay or a reverb like this where it wasn't just flatline tuned. For some reason, it just sounds, I mean, maybe that's the sound you're going for, but for something like this in a pop song, any delays or anything like that, I just fucking crank. So this is in C# minor, so we're cranking it. And then this Echo Boy, you can take a look at this. Super fun. Basically just kind of mixing a few different echoes together. It's actually not even entirely wet, but you'll see later down the chain, we actually end up adding some space to the whole signal. So this is just kind of like a blending between the original, what I'm saying, and then some of the, kind of adding some dots of echo in between. And there's kind of no cuts, going on. So aside from that, just a basic kind of filter, getting rid of the low end, getting rid of the high end, because I want the lead vocal to kind of have those, because these are going to be playing at the same time. Like if you listen,
Day without a little faith, and how much I can take.
so actually just as an arrangement choice, I end up really reducing the volume. But if you were to have these two playing at the same time, which I think I do right here, you can, like, the echo doesn't really get in the way. It doesn't pop out in front of the lead, which in this case, I don't want it to. So that's why we're kind of just giving the high end and the low end to the lead to let it lead. Anyway, so then this is fully just cranked. So this is just, honestly, there wasn't too much thought here. I just kind of stumbled upon this this preset for, Valhalla Vintage Verb, again, a favorite. There's so many good presets, honestly. You can tinker with these to your heart's delight, but honestly, if you can't find like 80% of what you're looking for in the presets, then probably should choose a different thing. So we also have Saturn. So I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a little bit of crunch happening. Take a look. Versus, it's a little hard to, let's see if we can volume match it. It's pretty hard. It's cranked up a bit. But you can hear there's just a little bit of, what was that, a -1? There's just a nice kind of crunchy warmth. So I did subtle saturation, which is what it says. It's really not like, if I did any one of these other ones, it would be, if I chose an amp. Yeah, much more. Going with subtle, but cranking it a decent amount. I mean, this is like at 80% drive, and then also the dynamics. So this is basically crunching it, not crunching it in the distortion terms, but the dynamic range is severely limited. This thing does a pretty good job of just compressing it. So Yeah, I mean, the volume is different, but you can tell it's like versus so we're gonna crank that back up, and then also the last stage of things. This was more just like a choice. I wanted it to be sounding like this. So this is kind of, it was actually kind of borrowed kind of idea wise from just this chain over here, because I wanted them to be kind of in the same ballpark, but just with this one, I just ramped off a lot more low end. So there's like almost no low mids on this guy to kind of let, again, just letting the lead vocal kind of take the place and then add this thing to make the space. So, hopefully these are kind of, oh, and then I bust them to a soothe. It's not doing a whole lot, but it is doing something. It does, if you can probably notice if I play with them without. Let's see.
Maybe I can't make it through the day without a little faith. Maybe I can't make it through the day. Maybe I, maybe I, maybe I, maybe I, maybe I, a day, 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 a day.
It's subtle, and honestly, it may not even be like, it's a little hard to tell even. But I think that's probably good. I know when I crank this thing what the sound is, and I'm not hearing too much of that. So I think it's doing something without really being, like, oh, I can tell there's a soothe on there. Which, doing these little incremental steps over the course of the entire mix, it adds up. So anyway, well, cool. Well, hopefully these effects are pretty practical, honestly. Like, I mean, this is basically I just kind of constructed these specifically for this demo. Like, these weren't actually like plugins that I just loaded up that I happen to have already done. These are just kind of like my go-to, like, hey, I'm gonna just EQ it a little bit and just kind of get something going. So hopefully these chains can kind of serve as that, where if you're just putting a demo together and you just want to be like, hey, I just want a vocal EQ that sounds somewhat normal, and I want to be able to have some kind of vocal delay in between the stuff, then boom, that's where these would be useful. And obviously tinker with it yourself and see if there's something that you like. So I'm going to make both of these available for download. Check the link down below. And as always, rock on. Oh, and obviously, if you liked these after you've downloaded them, definitely subscribe to Sounds and Sights. I'm going to be doing a lot more of this, and my whole goal is just to help y'all and to be able to do what I do and what I love so much, which is make music and make emotional, awesome, fucking compelling songs, and the little learnings and steps and chains and everything in between I'm going to make available to you guys.